Kyle.
Hey.
Check it out. Version 1 STi. Mate, take us through it.
Alright, what we have sitting in front of us here is a 1994 version 1 WRX STi.
The very first, right?
The very first. So this is the first of the Impreza WRX STi. It's also the first car STi put their name on. Now they had trickled with the legacies beforehand, so some of the WRC cars, they've helped out with suspension, tuning, blah blah blah. This was the first model they actually put their name on. So it was the first car you could buy from the dealership that was an STi.
Yeah.
So pretty special in its own regard. They were limited.
Yeah,
they were limited. So there was they were only made in 1994. And they were limited to about 100 per month. There were a few months where they bumped the numbers up to 200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so every month.
I made a mistake thinking that was when I saw it earlier, when I saw the badge or the plaque.
The bill plaque. Yeah, yeah.
I thought, oh, it's 100 totally ever made.
Yeah, well, so did we initially before we actually bought one. Once we bought one and brought it in, got it on the community, and yeah, we found out there was only a certain amount made per month. So
Cool.
This is it behind us.
I love this on the front bar. That's actually standard, isn't it? I've seen this.
Little STi sticker, pink eye badge. You've got the sort of, so this is what we call like a Series 1 GC8. So you'll notice the headlights, the grille, the bonnet, and the scoops are a bit different. So they've got these sort of more, I suppose, rectangular, fatter bonnet vents, and this little itty bitty top mount intercooler.
Yeah, because this one essentially looks like it's stuck on top, as opposed to, if I just point to the
version 3.
Version 3, thank you, Kyle.
That one there.
Yeah, it looks a bit more blended in.
A bit more molded in. Obviously, first of the generation for the Impreza WRX STi.
Yeah, but I do love the version 1.
Version
I think
one.
it's
Ones
grown
and
on me
twos.
more.
Yeah. So another little difference on it is the side mirrors here, a bit fatter. So they're a bit squarer.
You don't actually notice that until
it's pointed out.
Yeah, you see the car.
Yep.
You know, yeah, it's a squarer mirror than the version 3 onwards, right?
Version 3. So version 1 and 2 were quite similar in the way they looked, and then the version 3's got a little bit of an update, and version 4's were the Series 2's.
Yeah, I see it's got the STi.
Yeah, so this little emblem's actually different to the later model ones as well, so it's a bit more.
Yeah, it's
I
a
suppose
different layout.
Yeah, different font.
But interesting that they've got it there, and they kind of carried that through. The badge at that position right through to at least the V6.
V6s, yeah. So. Now these came in black, silver, and red. There is rumoured or reports of one blue one that was made. Where it is, who's got it, we just don't know. So, but the masses were produced in silver, black, and red.
Yeah, let's go straight to what I'm looking at now, Kyle.
The elephant in the room.
Look at this.
The big wang.
Look at this, me. Look at that. That is so awesome.
So I think this is really what set these cars apart was the STi spoiler, I suppose, because they brought it back in the later models. It didn't come in on the version 2 or 3. All the 4 came back on the later models after that. So
they actually went a smaller wing.
They went away from it. Yeah, version 2, 3, and 4 didn't have it, and then version 5 and 6 came back. Now at the same time, a little bit later, they did have the huge S201 wing, which was massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the very start of the.
What do you call that? An STi-1.
S201.
Oh, S201.
Yeah. So if you've ever seen the S201, you'll know it's got that huge wing on it.
So if anyone who's listening now is thinking, oh, S201, what is that? Go and Google S201.
You won't miss it.
At the wing on the back of that thing, it is ridiculous.
Everything about that car is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's got a little sticker under here, which is pretty cool. So STi sticker underneath the back of the wing there.
And these are original decals as well.
Original decal, good.
Original. What did this sticker be?
That's the dealership that this vehicle was sold out of. Now this is a one-owner vehicle, so that means it was purchased from Japan by one single person back in 1994, and that person kept it all the way until the auction when we bought it.
How many kilometres on this car?
61,900 and so.
Wow, that probably shows you why it's in such good condition.
Such good condition. It's been looked after. It's been, I suppose, their pride and joy in Japan. It's been stored inside. We know that because of the condition of it.
Yeah. Which is
quite rare. Yeah. So it was quite rare for a car to be stored inside in Japan. So
yeah. Let's go have a look at this exhaust too. So see, this one does not look original.
It looks aftermarket, but if you come around here, You'll actually see there's an STi logo stamped into the barrel. So yes, this actually is a standard exhaust.
Oh, it actually doesn't look standard. Damn it, they were ahead of their time.
They were. They knew what was up. So they knew that they wanted the customers were going to want a bit of rumble.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So rumble.
I'll get you to start up too after you've done taking us around.
Rumble they did.
Obviously got the rear wiper.
Rear wiper.
Awesome. Now, what's the story with these wheels? You don't see these wheels very.
These aren't original for a version 1 STi. No, they were from I think a later model WRX or Impreza. So for whatever reason, the owner decided to put those on.
Yeah.
Now there were about two options of wheels for these. There was a gold wheel, very similar in design to this one, and then there was a super rare sort of 3-piece looking wheel. But yeah, unfortunately this one came with these ones, but I don't think
the 3-piece one you're talking about does look cool.
It does look cool. It's
unique.
not everyone's taste. It's super rare. I think there's probably less than maybe, I was going to say about 20 of them.
I've never seen one in the flesh.
Yeah. There actually is one version 1 STi just landed in Australia as well that does have them.
Oh wow.
They were optional from the dealership, so not everyone got them.
Okay. Can we have a look under the hood now?
Yep.
Before we have a look inside. But I noticed too, Kyle, there's not a dent on this.
No, reason being we've had it from PDR.
They've done a fantastic job.
It was dent removal, so there was a little one that was right there, so that stuck out quite bad, and there was a few down the doors as well. So,
all right, open up.
Let's do it. So
Well, the first thing that jumps out is the strut bar.
Yep.
And the pink.
So that is factory. So this is a little plate we've referred to before. So I think this is wicked. I really think that a lot of STIs should have come with this. So it's got the Impreza WRX STi. It's got what year it was made, which is 1994. What month this build refers to. So it's a March build. It's the 49th one made out of 100 in that month. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
So if any of you,
quite a fat bar too.
yeah, it is.
Is this
It's
the
quite-
original bar?
It is, yes.
Because of course after this they went to like a carbon fibre mix.
Yes, they did. So they had sort of a titanium carbon fibre one.
And version 1, one of the key things you'll know by identifying is the
Slanted intercooler,
Slanted
or the
intercooler.
offset intercooler. The reason being is it's got this big snorkel on the rear housing of the turbo, which keeps it cool. So you can sort of see in this engine bay development from the WRC cars. Reason being, like a lot more focus on the cooling, needing to cool the turbo down as it's being driven. Obviously expecting it to be driven hard, so it needed that additional cooling. And it's also got the intake system, which comes around the back of the manifold here. You'll notice on most of the later models, they come through here underneath the manifold, and then the airbox sits in here. So this one comes around the back with a little snorkel into the air filter here, and the intercooler spray bottle is positioned here. What that does is it pumps water through the lines into the splitter here and sprays it down on the intercooler, and that keeps the intake temperatures down.
Yeah, it's a really good condition.
Yep. Yep, it's all nice and fresh, and it's got this cool little STI sticker that says handcrafted and tuned by STI, which I think is pretty cool.
Alright, do you want to have a look?
Interior?
Yeah, let's have a look at Now this car is also for sale right now.
It is for sale right now. It's on our website, which is flat4.com.au. It's under the tab vehicle listings. You'll see all the cars we have for sale on there. It's for sale at the moment for $47,990, I believe, which is drive away here in Queensland, Australia. So it's here, it's ready to go. If you guys are interested, come have a look, take it for a test drive.
Yeah, wow, look at this. So obviously the version 1 dash.
Yep.
It's got the 3-spoke steering wheel, which is the same as the 22B.
It sure is.
22B.
Now it's not original for this car.
Oh, so they've added this in afterwards.
Yeah, so for whatever.
They probably wanted the 22B.
Wanted the 22B one, maybe they didn't like the original one. So the original one has a very similar outer wheel. It's just the center looks a bit different. It's got a bit bigger of a horn pad, and it's got a big carbon fibre ring around it.
Yeah,
So
this
if you jump in there,
interior
mate, have a look at those
is
floor mats as well, and the carpet.
Wow. The seat, this is amazing condition. Usually you find that STIs all sort of faded out and things that are falling apart. These bolsters are also usually sometimes have rips in them, but these are really great condition. Where's 61,960 is almost 62,000 original kilometers. So I just give this back up. Hasn't even been used in the back. Wow, awesome.
Yeah, look at this car. It's just. So it had some spare parts in it from Japan. So we're thinking may have done a bit of maintenance on it in its time.
Now check out this where your hand is, Carl. Never seen that before.
Yep. So what that is
a very special feature.
the rear washer for the windscreen.
Alright. There you go. Awesome.
Cool.
I think that's the wrap up of the STi version 1.
It sure is.
What an amazing car. What an amazing wing. Certainly one to have. Let's start it up. Great stuff, Cole. Thank you so much for letting us walk around this version 1 STi.
No worries.